Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I have bad credit and I'm trying to get a $35,000 personal loan from Navy Federal. Now, here's the thing about it that most people don't understand, and I continue to say this. First, I would get the flagship checking account. Yes, the flagship checking account. Now, please understand the monthly fees on the flagship checking account. They may be a little higher, right? But at the same time, trust me, you want to do this, especially if you have bad credit. Because here's the thing about it, people don't really understand about the personal loans with Navy Federal. They're not really going off of the credit score. It's not about the credit score. This is really about the relationship. So this is why you want to build this way, and I guarantee you're gonna get 25, 30,000, $35,000 loans with bad credit, personal loans with bad credit from Navy Federal. All right, so you have the flagship checking. Then you would open up a savings account. Now, here's the key that most people miss about the savings account. What you want to do once you open up the savings account, every week, if possible, deposit $25. That's all you need. $25 in your savings account every week. Now, I'm going to tell you in terms of how long, so stick with me. Now, just keep that in mind. Another big thing that will help you is having direct deposit. Now, here's the thing about it. I know for some of you guys, you may be like independent contractors and stuff, and so you don't have bank accounts that offer direct deposit. If you need help with that, click the link in the description. But here's the key to this. By you actually having direct deposit, if you work in a W-2 job and you already having direct deposit going to one institution, you can have your HR to split up your direct deposit. This is so important, especially when you have bad credit and you're trying to get larger lines of credit and loans and stuff, especially with dealing with Navy Federal. All right, this is so important, having that direct deposit. Now, the next thing going over here is getting the nRewards. Everybody knows about the nRewards. If you join Navy Federal and you have bad credit, the reason you join because you know that Navy Federal gives out the bag, right? And the thing about it, what most people don't understand is that having the right cards. So this nReward secured card, $200 after 6 months of on-time payments. Okay, as a matter of fact, what it says here, make a deposit low as $200 and you could be eligible for a credit limit increase in as little as 3 months. Used to be 6 months. They're even broadcasting as 3 months. Now, here's the thing about it, how you play with the nRewards card. This is so important. Say that you put $200 on it. What you want to do is just keep that card only for like gas or like buying little snacks and stuff, because you only want to use like maybe 20% of that card, 10 to 20% of that card every week and pay it off. Okay, so if you use 10% of it, which is $10, excuse me, which is $20, then, or like I said, you can use up to that max amount, but some people may end up running into the challenge of paying it off. So that $200, you can use the $200 and then pay it off that following week. Okay, but the thing about it, you want to make sure that by time your statement closing date, you're under that 10%. You want to make sure by time you're 3 days before your statement closing date, you're under that 10%. Okay. Not only is this going to help your credit score, but it's going to help with Navy Federal because, again, this is what triggers the system to let them know that, hey, this person may be prime to get a higher limit increase. And as you can see, they said it. I didn't. as little as 3 months. I usually tell people give them 6 months. So basically after 91 days, you should be able to apply, all right? But you have to follow these instructions. It's going to help you. Now, here's another one. People talk about these here loans. Which loans should you get? All right. Talk about the pledge loans. Okay. So they have the savings secured and the certificate secured. Okay. So they have these here too. Pledge loan. All right. So by you doing this, all right, by you doing this also is going to help with your internal score. Okay, so remember when you first joined Navy Federal, you don't have an internal score. And please keep this in mind. This internal score that I'm talking about will not help you with a personal loan. I'm going to say that again because most people are not aware of this. Because you have a pledge loan, that does not help you with a personal loan. This only helps you with credit cards, okay? So now you can go tell any and everybody, I'm telling you, this is what Navy Federal says, all right? The pledge loan has nothing to do with helping increase the internal score so that you can get a personal loan. The pledge loan has nothing to do with that. Getting one of these here secured loans, but for about $250, okay? So that's another thing. Now, here's the 2 secrets that people don't mention, all right? Now, Navy Federal, they have money market accounts, okay? And as you can see, one of their money market accounts go from $0 to $2,400, okay? So with these here money market accounts, they usually expand up to 12 months or longer. So even if you just put $50 or $100 in this money market account, this is helping your internal score, okay? But at the same time, what it's also doing by you having multiple accounts with Navy Federal, this is solidifying you having a stronger relationship with Navy Federal, okay? So that's the reason why you want to do this, especially if you have bad credit. Now, also, they have CDs. And this is the Easy Start CD. This is the easiest CD you can get. Okay, start as low as $50. All right. This is so important because if you have all of these things that I'm telling you and you have bad credit, if you wait 90 days, okay, they see that you have the deposit. Some people have waited only 60 days, all right? But they see that you have the deposits. They see that you have the savings account, the checking account. They see that you have an nRewards. They see that you have a pledge loan. They see that you have a money market account. And they see that you have a CD. Again, you're good across the board. And because Navy Federal does not focus on the personal score. Now, one thing that would stop you from getting, well, there's a couple things that would stop you from getting the personal loan. All right. One, if you have recent collections, okay? If your collections are at least 12 months or newer, that's going to stop you, okay? That's going to stop you. All right. Sometimes they may look over it, but when you have recent collections, they will stop you. If you are, say that you are currently in a bankruptcy, okay? Usually with some institutions, if you're coming out of bankruptcy and you've been out of bankruptcy for at least 4 years, they will work with you. Navy Federal, usually if it's 2 years out of bankruptcy, they still will open up their doors for you. Okay, Penn Fed 6 months. Navy Fed usually they want at least 2 years. Okay, now once you do that, then you can apply for the personal loans. Okay, and the thing about it with these here personal loans, as you can see, they go from $250 up to $50,000. Again, It has nothing to do with the personal credit. Well, they will pull a credit file, but those numbers on the credit score is not going to influence their decision to give you a personal loan. What influences their decision to give you a personal loan? If you having multiple accounts and you having a relationship with them. So that's the reason, like, people make the mistake. They would get a Navy Federal unsecured card for $500 and they're upset about it. They don't use it. But the big mistake they are making, because they don't use it, Navy Federal cannot pick up any data on you. And here's another thing. Since you got that $500 card, you still can apply for that personal loan. And this is another thing that people make the mistake. They'll get the card, but then they forget about the loan. By you having multiple accounts open, again, even with a bad credit score, they may have gave you a starter card for 500, but at the same time, they would still probably qualify you for a personal loan. Now, here's the key with the personal loan. If you have bad credit, then I would tell you to stay under 10,000 for the personal loan, okay? Can you get 25, 35,000? Yes, okay? And it also depends on your income and other variables, but these are the main points that people miss out on. But if you want to get a personal loan with bad credit from Navy Federal, I would say stay under 10,000. That's going to be your safest bet. Now, as your credit score goes up, then you can request a loan for a higher limit. All right. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.